It began with subtle changes that I couldn't ignore, no matter how hard I tried. My wife started coming home later than usual, her clothes a little too polished for a long day at work, her perfume lingering longer than it used to. She kept her phone close, clutching it like it was more valuable than anything else in the house. At first, I told myself I was overthinking it. Stress, maybe. Everyone was going through a rough time at the office. But deep down, that gnawing feeling in my gut wouldn't go away. Something was wrong. One night, when she claimed she had to stay late for yet another work meeting, I made a choice. I followed her. I parked a good distance away and waited. What I saw confirmed everything I had feared. She wasn't heading to any meeting. She was meeting him, her boss. From the shadows of my car, I saw them laughing together, leaning in close like teenagers sneaking around. My chest ached with anger, but I stayed calm. Rage wouldn't get me anywhere. I needed more than just my suspicions. I needed undeniable proof. Over the next few weeks, I became meticulous. I went through every detail, quietly collecting evidence. Screenshots of their late-night texts, photos of their little dinner outings, even audio recordings of their calls. I waited for the day she would cross a line she couldn't take back. That day came sooner than I imagined. She came home one night, not even trying to hide her smugness. She stood in front of me, looked me dead in the eyes and said in the coldest tone, "I slept with your boss. That's why you can't touch me." Then she laughed, that cruel, victorious laugh, and walked away as if she had just won some twisted competition. My fists tightened at my sides, but I didn't yell, didn't confront her. Instead, I smiled to myself. She had no idea that the war she thought she'd already won had only just begun. The very next morning, I walked into her boss's office. He was a man everyone respected. Married, polished, the image of success. I handed him an envelope filled with everything I had gathered. "I wonder what your wife would say if she saw this," I said evenly. His face went pale. Beads of sweat rolled down his forehead as he fumbled for words that wouldn't come. I gave him a week to come clean to his wife. If he didn't, I promised him I would. While he panicked in silence, I went home and waited. My wife continued to strut around the house, bragging to her friends over the phone about how much control she had over me, how powerful she felt because of her affair. She had no idea that her entire little kingdom was already crumbling from the inside. On the 7th day, I made my move. I called his wife and asked her to come over, telling her it was urgent. When she arrived, I handed her a folder with everything I had collected, every message, every photo, every recording. She didn't cry. Her eyes burned with fury. She thanked me quietly and said she knew exactly what to do. Then she left without another word. That evening, hell broke loose. She stormed into her husband's office and confronted him in front of everyone. The scene she caused was so explosive that the company directors had to get involved. His clean image shattered in an instant, his reputation ruined beyond repair. By the end of the week, he was suspended while an investigation took place. When my wife came home, she was livid. She screamed at me, accusing me of destroying her future. She said she had been on the verge of a promotion because of him. I didn't shout back. I simply waited for her to stop, then calmly placed a set of divorce papers in front of her. Her jaw dropped. "You think you can just walk away?" she spat. I smiled coldly. "No," I said. "I'm not walking away. You are." I had already spoken with my lawyer. Thanks to the undeniable evidence of her affair, I was entitled to leave with everything intact. The house, the savings, all of it. She would get nothing. Everything she thought she was gaining from her betrayal vanished in an instant. She begged, cried, and even tried threatening me, but I was beyond caring. I reminded her of that night, the way she laughed after confessing, and told her it would be the last time she ever laughed at my expense. "Now it's my turn," I said. Her boss lost everything. His wife filed for divorce and took nearly everything in the settlement. My wife became infamous in our circles. The woman who ruined 2 marriages and destroyed a man's career. No respectable company would hire her after that. Her so-called friends vanished. Even her own family kept their distance. The life she thought she had control over turned to dust in her hands. As for me, I rebuilt my life brick by brick. I focused on my work, earned a promotion through honest effort, and regained the respect of everyone around me. Slowly, peace returned to my life. Months later, she tried reaching out to me again. Her messages were filled with apologies, regret, and desperate pleas for another chance. I never responded. Revenge didn't need yelling or screaming. It was about letting her drown in the wreckage she created while I stood on solid ground. Even now, when I think about that cruel laugh of hers, I smile. Not because it hurt me, but because that was the exact moment that lit the fire inside me. The fire that burned her entire world down while I walked away untouched, stronger than ever.